Hey everyone, today I want to talk about something really important that can change your life and make you rich. A lot of people think that becoming a millionaire is something only lucky people or rich kids can do. But what if I told you that's not true? Actually, you're just one skill away from becoming a millionaire. In today's world, being successful isn't just about luck. It's also about being able to learn new things, adapt, and get really good at what you do. So let's learn together and become millionaires. Thanks for joining me, and let's talk about the things we can do to reach our dreams of becoming millionaires and more. For many years, I worked in tough jobs like construction, farming, and factories. I spent hours doing repetitive tasks like putting nuts on bolts. One day, feeling really frustrated, I started wondering why some people seem to be more successful than others. I remembered a line from the Bible that basically says if you look for answers, you'll find them. So I began asking successful people what they were doing differently, and they shared their secrets with me. When I tried their advice, I started doing better too. Later on, when I couldn't find any more tough physical jobs, I switched to sales. In sales, I noticed one guy in my company was making 10 times more money than anyone else, even though we were all selling the same thing in the same place to the same people, under the same conditions. He had some special techniques that made a huge difference. I went up to him and asked, "What's your secret? What are you doing differently?" He shared his tricks with me, and when I tried them out, my life changed. I found out about something called the law of cause and effect. It's like the idea that every action has a reaction. It means everything happens for a reason, and if we want to achieve something, we can look at what others did to get there and do the same. Think of it like a recipe. If you follow the steps, you'll get the same dish. Success isn't just luck, it leaves clues. So if we follow what successful people do, we can reach our goals too. Two key things for being happy and healthy are feeling in control of our lives and feeling like things make sense. When I understood this law, I got really excited. In my sales job, I became one of the best by learning, attending courses, and most importantly, applying what I learned. When I moved into sales management and later into various businesses like real estate and manufacturing, I always started by asking, how does this work? How do people succeed here? Then I dive into studying and doing what successful people did. Nature doesn't play favorites. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. If you follow the right steps, you'll get the results you want. It's pretty fascinating when you think about it, isn't it? Nature doesn't play favorites. It's like justice, blind to who we are or what we can do. So you might see people less talented or smart than you, yet soaring high in success. How? They stick to proven principles of achievement. It can be tough watching someone less capable surpass us in wealth or status. But here's the thing, success leaves clues. We need to learn from those who've succeeded before us and keep trying until we make it. Here's something important I found in my research on self-made millionaires. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey filled with challenges and failures. But those who keep pushing through, who refuse to give up, eventually succeed. Think about it. How many times do you think the average person tries before giving up on a goal? Surprisingly, it's less than once because most people give up before even trying once. They say they want to be financially independent or achieve other goals, but then they give up without even trying, saying, "I can't because of this or that," and they push it off to someday. Have you ever heard of someday? It's a place where most people live, always saying, "Someday I'll start saving money, someday I'll get out of debt, someday I'll start a business." But someday never comes unless we take action. Our job and my job are to vote you off the island, right? And we started taking control of our lives a few years ago. A major entrepreneur called me and asked me to give a talk for his 800 entrepreneurs who own independent franchises within his organization on how to become a self-made millionaire. I said yes. When you're a young speaker, you agree to talk on any topic. I said, sure, I'll talk on that subject. I was like most people. When I was young, I wanted to be a millionaire by the time I was 30. And when I got to 30, I postponed it to 35. And when I got to 35, I postponed it to 40. And then I just stopped looking at it. I forgot about it and felt like the cards were stacked against me. I was around 38 or 39 when he called me and asked. I said, sure, no problem. And then I asked myself, what do I know about self-made millionaires? And this was shocking. I knew nothing. So I started studying them, finding out where they came from, what they did, how they thought, where they started, the decisions they made, and the kind of people they were. One of the things I learned is that becoming a self-made millionaire isn't the important thing. What's really important is the person you have to become a self-made millionaire. To become a self-made millionaire, you have to become a totally different human being. A friend of mine says that to achieve something you've never achieved before, you have to become someone you've never been before. And it's a really important idea. The qualities you need to develop within yourself to become a self-made millionaire are incredible qualities that make you a much better person. Not just better in terms of character, determination, discipline, decision-making, strength, and so on. They make you a much better person. They round out your character in a much better way. So the real benefit of becoming rich isn't just about having more food to eat or clothes to wear. It's about how many more meals you can enjoy, how much more clothing you can wear because of the kind of person you become and the type of life you lead. In my research, I discovered that self-made millionaires share certain qualities. If you have these qualities, your success is almost guaranteed. And even if you don't have them, you can learn them. The first point is that all business or sales skills can be learned, just like driving a car. The second point is that you're probably only one skill away from doubling your income right now. You're likely just one skill away from starting your journey to becoming a self-made millionaire. This is true for almost everyone. Let me share an important truth. Each of us has untapped potential waiting to be released. And if you lack self-confidence or don't know which skill will lead to success, don't worry. You can discover it through learning and determination. Every skill worth having is within your reach, waiting for you to master it. Some people say, "I'm not good with money." But that's not true. You can learn anything you set your mind to. You can achieve anything you dream of if you're brave enough to pursue it. Take a moment to evaluate yourself. Give yourself a score from 1 to 10 in different areas of your life. If you find areas where you're lacking, don't give up. You have the power to overcome any weaknesses. Dream big. Visualize a future of abundance and success, and work towards making it a reality. Let's talk about creating your dream life. Imagine yourself in the future, maybe 5 years from now. Picture everything being perfect. No limits. You've got all the time, money, friends, connections, education, and experience you need. What would your life look like then? How much money would you be making? What about your family life, your health, and even the car you'd be driving? This imagining is where great wealth and success begin. It's like having a big dream or a vision of an amazing future. Here's something you can do. Grab a piece of paper and make a dream list. Pretend it's like a kid's Christmas list where you can write down anything you want. I knew someone who got so excited about this idea that he filled up a whole notebook. He'd see something he liked in the newspaper and write it down. He ended up with over 300 goals at first, and then it grew to 500. And guess what? His life took off. He started attracting people, opportunities, ideas, and resources that helped him achieve his goals. It's like he activated a magical law where good things come to you when you dream big and focus on what you want. Point number 2 emphasizes the importance of pursuing what truly brings you joy. When you observe individuals who have achieved remarkable success in their lives, you'll often find that they are deeply passionate about what they do. They derive genuine satisfaction from their work. The fundamental principle for leading a fulfilling life is discovering something that ignites your passion and then finding a way to turn it into a livelihood. When you engage in activities that resonate with your passions, you'll notice a significant boost in your energy levels, motivation, and enthusiasm. It's likely that these pursuits align closely with your innate talents and interests, perhaps even something you felt drawn to since childhood. Interestingly, when you inquire about the occupations of self-made millionaires, many of them express sentiments such as, "I've never felt like I've worked a day in my life. I simply engage in activities that bring me joy." Number 3 is about striving for excellence. This is super important, and it's something I had a hard time with when I was young. I wasn't good at anything. I never got picked for teams, and if I did, I'd be the first one kicked off. I got bad grades in school, and I was fired from multiple jobs. Can you believe I even got fired from a gas station job once? They told me, "You're not good at pumping gas," and let me go. I bounced around from job to job until I realized something crucial. All successful people are really good at what they do. Remember that old question they asked Willie Sutton, the bank robber? They asked him, "Why do you rob banks?" He said, "Because that's where the money is." Well, being in the top 10% of your field is where the money is. So you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to be in that top 10%. Now, here's some great news. If you're doing what you truly love, you'll naturally strive to be among the top 10% in your field. If you don't have that drive to excel, it might mean you're not in the right field. You might just be going through the motions, not really moving forward. You see, some people go to work, do their job, and then forget about it when they go home. But this kind of mindset doesn't lead to a promising future. It's like standing on thin ice, and if you're not passionate about what you do and putting your whole heart into it, you're just biding your time. But here's the thing. Everyone has something they love to do and are good at. And if you love it, chances are you have the potential to be really good at it. So make the choice to aim for the top 10%. Let me share how this mindset changed my life. I was struggling in my late 20s when I had a revelation. Every person who's among the top 10% started off at the bottom of that group. Every successful person was once struggling. They weren't always experts in their field. They didn't even know it existed at some point. What this means is, if you're ready to put in the effort, work hard, and make some sacrifices, you can reach the top 10% in your field. But how long does it take? It's not a quick journey. Most people are in a hurry, but becoming really skilled in your area takes time. About 5 to 7 years. You might think, 5 to 7 years? That's a long time before I see big rewards. But think about it. How much older will you be in 5 to 7 years anyway? Here's the thing. Time passes no matter what you do. In 5 to 7 years, that time will have gone by. The real question is, will you be at the top of your field by then? Or will you still be among the average 80%? And the cool part is, no one is inherently better or smarter than you. If someone else is at the top, it means you can get there too. Just go to them, learn from them, and figure out how they made it because they started from the bottom too. It might take longer for some people and shorter for others, but anyone who keeps moving forward eventually gets there. And let me tell you, that's where all the good stuff is. Not only do you get big rewards, but you also find joy in what you do. When you're really good at your job, you feel amazing about yourself. People respect and admire you. You have the power to shape your own future. Being confident in your skills is more valuable than any reward that comes with it. The next important thing is to discover and develop your unique talents and skills. Each person is born with special abilities and strengths that, when nurtured, can help you achieve anything you want in life. Everyone has something they're naturally good at. It's important to recognize these talents, enjoy using them, and work on improving them. Peter Drucker, a famous management expert, often asks some important questions. What are you good at right now? What skills should you focus on improving? What skills could you develop in the future? What skills will you need to succeed? It's also helpful to reflect on your past experiences. What factors have contributed most to your success so far? What actions have led to the best results? Because, as we mentioned earlier, success leaves clues, and looking back on your past can provide valuable insights to guide you toward your future endeavors. The next important step to becoming a self-made millionaire is to see yourself as independent and in control of your own life. Research shows that the top 3% of adults in our society view themselves in this way. They believe they are in charge of their own destiny. I remember when I started my career at 21, working hard as a construction laborer, living in a small apartment with barely any money, and spending hours commuting each day. But one night, sitting in my tiny kitchen, I had a realization. I was responsible for my own life. No one was going to come and save me. This moment was a turning point for me. What I've found is that all successful people take full responsibility for their actions. They see themselves as independent individuals. Sometimes I'll ask a group of people if they consider themselves autonomous, and not everyone raises their hand. But the truth is, everyone is autonomous. The biggest mistake you can make is thinking you work for anyone other than yourself. Even if someone else signs your paycheck, The most valuable employees treat their job as if it were their own business. They take everything personally and constantly think about how to improve their company. These are the people who get rewarded with higher pay, more opportunities for education, and quicker promotions. They're the ones who rise to the top of every organization and industry, like cream floating to the top. As we wrap up our discussion, I want you to remember something powerful. Becoming a millionaire isn't just a dream, it's a real possibility within your grasp. Today, you've learned that all it takes is one skill to unlock the doors to wealth, abundance, and financial freedom. But here's the thing, success isn't just about reaching a goal. It's about continuously growing and improving yourself. As you embark on your journey toward millionaire status, make a commitment to lifelong learning, persistent effort, and unwavering determination. See challenges as opportunities to grow, and never hesitate to invest in yourself and your potential. Most importantly, adopt a mindset of abundance, gratitude, and generosity. True wealth isn't just about the size of your bank account, it's about the impact you have on others, the contributions you make, and the legacy you leave behind. Thank you for taking this journey of discovery and empowerment with me. Now, go out there with confidence, courage, and determination, knowing that you have what it takes to achieve greatness. Until next time, my friends, may your future be bright with prosperity, abundance, and the fulfillment of all your dreams. Goodbye for now.